Welcome to Beyond the Riverwalk, the local weekly podcast that brings San Antonio's most remarkable people, places, and events directly to you. All links discussed will be in the show notes, so sit back, relax, and join Kevin and Melissa Barron as they ask the questions that you would. Now, let's get the conversation started.
Everybody, welcome back to Beyond the Riverwalk. This evening I'm speaking with Maggie Flores and Azucena Flores from Paraiso Original Ice Cream. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hello.
Awesome. So we had done this once before, but we're doing it again. So the first time was just our run through. So first of all, ladies, tell me about what is a paleta, because being from New Orleans and other areas, we seem to think that the paleta is something unique to San Antonio. So what is a paleta?
It's like an ice cream that I guess it was originated in Mexico, and they brought that into the United States probably in the 70s. It's like ice cream on a stick. It's like different type of flavors like watermelon or pickle or pina colada or mango, and they have pretty much a lot of flavors that you can choose from, and it's just on a stick, ice cream on a stick.
Ice cream on a stick.
Actually, the word paleta, it's derived from the Spanish word palo, which means a stick, like a wooden stick. So, like my sister said, it is ice cream on a stick.
Ice cream makes me think about that Jeff Dunham character. He's jalapeno on a stick.
Oh.
Okay, so what is the history of your family being in the paleta business?
We've been in business since 1984, and my father actually brought this idea to San Antonio when he moved here. They would actually buy ice cream where they grew up in Chicago, Illinois, from the Paleta carts in Chicago. And when he moved here, he opened up a shop making
his own recipes and his own style of the paletas that he basically got the recipes from his own imagination, I would say.
Good. So he pulled them from there based on what he enjoyed in Chicago growing up.
Yeah, what he ate and thought people would like. He made a bunch of... I think the original recipes, I think there was only 10 flavors that we had. Wasn't it 10 flavors, Maggie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I think it was... Nothing
exotic yet. It was like chocolate, strawberry, vanilla.
Yes.
All the basics.
All the basics. Like lime.
Watermelon,
yeah.
Pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember, like, as growing up when we were little, them cutting up all the produce and me eating it all the time.
Yeah, we would always be eating fruit all the time.
Well, that's not a bad habit to have, except when you're eating the profits, I would think.
Oh, right. There is more than enough.
Well, good. So, do y'all remember the 10 original flavors?
No, not exactly. I don't know. Maybe go for it if you can think.
Strawberry, chocolate, coconut, pineapple, watermelon, lemon. I'm going to say this word wrong. Vanilla? I never
Vanilla.
Know. Vanilla. I never say how to say vanilla. But what else? Pecan. Not cookies.
I would think, wasn't it like mango and then pina colada or something like that?
Pina colada was an original.
Oh, cool.
Yes,
That's cool.
Pina colada, yeah.
I think we got to 9.
Yeah.
That's okay. 9 out of 10 is not bad.
Yeah.
So how did y'all get, well, you already said that. Well, how did y'all get started? What made your dad want to do this, to start making paletas and selling them here in San Antonio?
Our dad was actually, when he was growing up in Chicago, he always loved dessert, and he actually worked at Brack and
he's from Mexico though.
Yes, he's from Mexico.
He grew up like his 20s when he was in Chicago,
working at also the Jell-O company, and
it was a meat packaging company. Also, he worked at many different places.
Yes. but mostly dessert places.
Bit of a sweet tooth, huh?
Yes. But there was another one. He told me once, the gum company.
Wrigley's?
Yes.
Oh, if he was in Chicago, yeah, Wrigley's with the Wrigley Stadium. Well, that's awesome.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So what brought them to San Antonio?
I think the weather and the people. They knew that they would have a good market over here because it's always sunny and we don't really have winters. So
Yeah, we learned that.
yeah,
Yeah, and every time he would go back home
to Mexico.
yes, he would pass through San Antonio, downtown actually, and he said he really liked the vibe here, and he liked that it wasn't cold and snowy. And
He liked the people, and that
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of people also spoke Spanish, and
Yes.
that's their
Thing.
original language. So
Right.
native.
Right. So not a whole lot of Mexicans in Chicago, I would gather.
yeah, maybe not at the time.
By the time that he was there growing up
Yeah.
in his 20s.
Yeah.
But you come to San Antonio, and it's like when we first moved here, it was like, there's really not an accent.
Yeah.
You think Texas and you think accent,
Yeah.
but that accent's really Dallas.
Yeah,
really? I didn't know
maybe,
that. Okay.
because with San Antonio you have the Mexicans, you have the Germans,
That's
Czechoslovakians, the Polish. They all came here, and then when you go to East Texas, you have the Cajuns who kind of infiltrated toward Beaumont. But I really don't hear a Cajun accent when I go through Beaumont. But it's I said it's neat. There's no accent you have to get over. I start talking fast. People think, "Can you slow down? I don't understand what you're saying."
Right. Yeah.
I never thought about it. We are probably because we don't.
We have some cousins in Chicago that have that Chicago accent.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you?
Are
That's
you
how
talking?
you talk.
That's how you talk. We're like,
But it's because we don't hear it here. That's
Exactly. So it's new to you when you're speaking with your other family.
yeah.
Now, when we had gone by and tried to find it one Sunday, and we went one place and we said it was close, I said, we both said this can't be the place. So we drove a little farther, and Kevin saw, he goes, "This is it." That is a really unique building.
Yeah.
So have y'all always been there? Is that where, what was it before? Do you recall, what's the story behind that really unique building?
We moved there in 1995. Before that, it was down the road next to the Oak Farms, on the same street, Fredericksburg. We moved further up into the Deco district, and it used to be an old Arby's, and then
Interesting.
My dad bought it and changed it up, and then he put the stripes, the red and blue stripes to the building in the color, and
I think they're white and blue.
White and blue. What did I say?
Red and blue.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of American flag. I don't know why.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah. So that's how they moved up there. And since then, since 95, we've had that same location.
Yeah.
It's been the same.
And we also, my uncle and my mom painted the jungle theme. It's supposed to be kind of like, actually, El Paraiso means, in Spanish, it translates to paradise.
Right.
And they try to do the, I guess, paradise jungle
Like some kind
artwork.
of Eden or something.
Eden, yes.
Eden, yes.
Yeah.
Eden was paradise. And
Yeah.
Adam and Eve got kicked out. So how many flavors do y'all have now that y'all actively produce?
25.
25. Well, some of the interesting ones we came across that have been my favorite, of course, having a giant sweet tooth myself, and I shouldn't. The coffee cappuccino was amazing.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I like that one
I'm
too.
a coffee person.
The pecan. I love that you get the texture of the pecan with the ice cream. I love that. The vanilla raisin, I had one of those the other day, was the last one. And I liked having all the raisins at the bottom, and then I had time to eat the rest of the ice cream.
Oh, yeah. We have the one with the raisins and without. Some people don't like the raisins. It's too sweet, they say.
Really?
Yeah.
Or some people think it looks weird
Or
and they don't want to try it. It's too different.
That's too different.
Yeah.
It's unique.
Yeah.
You gotta try be adventurous. Eat a raisin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Or the kids look at it and they're like, "What is this?"
What's in it?
Confused. We say raisins. They're like, "Oh, okay."
No, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But one of the more interesting ones I tried was the pickle juice.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is straight pickle juice.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm imagining that don't add anything in it. Just pour the pickle juice in the mold, stick a stick in it, and that's it.
Yeah, blend it and then just that's
They actually cut up the pickles. It's not just pickle juice. It's actually cut up from pickles and blended to the juice. That's why it tastes so strong.
It was awesome. A little bit dripped on my shirt, and I smelled like pickle juice for the rest of the day until I went to bed, which I didn't mind. The mango con chile. That one burned my lips a little bit, but it was awesome.
It has cayenne pepper in it. That's why you get that burn feeling, but it doesn't have an. I think to me, it's not overwhelmingly spicy or hot, and most people enjoy it. They like it.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I didn't say I didn't mind it, but I kept saying I actually had to drink a little bit of milk and put it on my lips because milk is about the only thing that calms down those tannins or whatever it is in chili powders or peppers. And I know it's not tannins, that's in wine. Capsaicin
or something like that.
Something like that.
Yes.
Don't mind us. We're just trying to figure out a word.
I think it's kind of like those mangonadas on a stick. It's kind of like that. It's like the shaved mango with the chili sauce, but we blended it and then we froze it and molded it into a paleta.
Oh, it was good. And then the tamarind, once I looked up what tamarind was supposed to taste like, and then I tried it, I said, now this I can get hooked on. I haven't had one that I have not liked, which is really not hard to believe. You know, I have a huge sweet tooth. Yeah. But they don't taste overly sweet. That's the thing that gets me.
Is that on purpose?
Yes.
He's trying to make something as like a sweet treat that's
healthy.
Healthy. Yeah. That's not too sweet or bad for you or whatever.
Does he use cane sugar?
Yes. Yeah.
So I won't say organic, but he uses the cane sugar, organic cane sugar.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That would be a big selling point too.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody likes the organic stuff. I know we do.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, y'all said y'all were young when your father started this business. How active were you children in the business?
Well, every day after school, we would go to the shop and be there 2 or 3 hours, maybe even 4, and then go back home, do our homework, or even do our homework sometimes at the shop. And it's sorry. And then we would just be in the customer service. And we would actually, I don't know. Well, I was 10 when I was doing the register.
Wow.
So I was little, and you were 15. So at the time, and before that, we were helping out in the back.
Okay,
with the flavors, making the. We'd always have like everything sanitary on the gloves, the hair nets,
right?
Everything, and we were they would tell us what to do, and we would just do it.
Right.
It would be like a little, I guess like little robots or something.
Little production line.
Production line.
I thought it was fun.
I felt it was fun because we felt like little robots or something. We were little.
I didn't feel like her. I just thought it was like, I thought that's what everybody did.
Yeah,
exactly. When you grow up in a business like that, you think this is what every other kid does.
Yeah.
You know, if their parents own their own business, well, you know, I'm sure if I'm doing it, somebody else is doing it too. And it's really not the case.
No.
I didn't know that kids didn't go to work.
Yeah, I would say I'm going to work.
I was like, we're going to work. They're like, you want to come
like,
over to my house? I'm like, I can't. I'm going to work. Exactly. And they're like confused about that.
Thought we were lying.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'll ask this: since y'all were working, did y'all get paid?
When we went to the Disney store every weekend,
Stuff like that.
We would get paid
okay,
like that.
yeah.
We wouldn't get paid money per se, just like
You get
you get to
A
have
little treat or something after you work through the through the week.
You
Yes.
get toys.
Well, that's a nice incentive too.
And we would have junk food only on Sundays.
only on Sundays.
Yeah,
Soda only on Sundays.
yeah.
Oh.
He would have it like, and then later we grew up and found out we could just
It's like, what?
buy it all.
We can drink soda every day.
whenever we want.
I think our dad was just trying to keep us as healthy as possible.
Oh, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that is absolutely, as more and more parents are trying to realize, I wasn't a real big soda drinker until I got out of high school.
Yeah,
I mean, we were milk drinkers, water drinkers,
orange juice,
yeah. Apple juice, lemonade, or somebody used to call it hobo Kool-Aid, which is water. Kids want to have Kool-Aid, so they say, well, here's some hobo Kool-Aid. Okay. Hey, as long as it says Kool-Aid, we're fine.
I know Kool-Aid was fun.
Well, that is really neat. And I think that's something that a lot of people are missing in this generation that's coming up behind us. They don't have that work ethic anymore. So did that develop into a strong work ethic with you as you go, as you're carrying on in your adult lives?
Yes.
We feel like it's normal and it's necessary to have a strong work ethic.
Like you have to
like
find your way, find your own way, fight your own way.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so
that's really
that
neat.
helped in adult life.
Yeah.
It molded us.
It molded you. Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Fun question. What are your favorite flavors?
Mine's strawberry, coconut, maybe pina colada.
It depends on my mood, but I think right now it's banana and chocolate.
Yeah.
It depends. It's so many years. I was born in '83, and Paraiso has been around since '84. So there hasn't been.
Right.
I've known ice cream
your whole life.
My whole life. So it just changes as the years go by.
Yeah. When I was a teenager, it was like pickle and Lucas because I don't like gravitate towards sweets.
Yeah.
Right.
But
She
it was
likes
like pickle
sour.
and Lucas and Dad, what can you make salty? What can you make hot? What can you make? That's
Now, you said something that I haven't heard before. Lucas?
Yes.
Now, what is that?
Go ahead.
It's a chili powder and lemon. What else do they have? Salt? A little bit of salt?
Yeah, I think it's like a tang. I don't know if it's a tangy spice.
Mm-hmm. Is it? It's not that
It's not
hot.
like tamarind.
Okay.
It's not hot like cayenne either.
Right.
It's salty, I guess you'd say.
I think it's a special blend also for the shop.
Yeah.
So they'll still produce that one?
Yes.
Okay,
have
that's
that.
one I'm going to have to try because I
My
like
dad
salty
actually started making pickle because of Maggie.
Yes.
Oh.
Because she has a sour tooth. I don't know how to call it. Sour tooth.
Well,
She wants
it's savory. She likes savory flavors.
She likes
salt.
the pickles with Chinese candy. She was always eating that. And my
as a
dad was like,
teenager.
well, maybe I should make a flavor out of this.
Yeah, since all of the teenagers here in San Antonio, that's all they want.
They
And
want that.
So that's how that pickle story started.
Yeah, Maggie's fault.
Maggie. Thank you, Maggie, because I loved it.
Now I try to stay away.
We only bought one. I asked both of them, do y'all want to taste? No.
Yeah.
More for me. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. Now, so you'll have the ice cream, but you also have the fruit. So it's not all of them are cream-based.
No. Some are
No.
just water-based and fruit. So fruit, sugar, water. Just enough to get it to blend and mold into what we want
For it to have a good taste when it's frozen. So it has to be it has to be a certain way before it's frozen.
Right.
Because it tastes different.
Right. And where you sell them is also where you produce them. So the production line is there.
Yes.
Good. So it's all in one building. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Now, have you heard of any strange things that people do with like the ice cream popsicles? Do they put them in anything to make? Because when we last talked, you said they put the coffee cappuccino in their coffee.
Yes. They do that.
It's
that
like
I've
a
heard.
trend that's going on. they call it, I think, pop tails.
Pop tail?
Cocktails.
Okay.
So they put them in either like, they put it in their coffee. They put a coffee paleta, or if they're having like, what have I seen? Pina colada. They'll put a pina colada in their
coffee?
Yeah. Oh no, a pina colada in their pina colada drinks.
Oh, in their drinks. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's
I've seen them around social media. I've heard of people doing that to sweeten their coffee, putting the coffee paleta.
Well, that would work because I like flavored coffees because it's hard for me to find, and I use half and half as my creamer. And the coffee cappuccino with my king cake flavored coffee right now sounds really good.
Yeah, it tastes good. I've tried it. People in production, they're the ones that told me, "Yeah, try this," and I was like, "What is this?" It's all, "Oh, we just melted the paleta into our coffee." I'm like, "Oh, it tastes good."
That's something we'll put out. Hey, I've tried that. This is awesome. Y'all need to try it too.
Yeah. Pretty interesting.
Yeah. Do y'all do? Last time we spoke, we talked about that there will be people at Fiesta with your carts selling paletas.
Yes.
You rent out your carts. Do they sell your paletas or do they sell their own? How does that work?
People can actually borrow the cart if
Okay.
they buy 100 ice creams or more, but we don't. They don't sell them for us. They just buy them on their own.
All right, so you've already made your money up front.
Yeah, they can sell it at whatever price they want. We don't have a
Usually
set retail.
it's $1, I think,
I think I've
or
heard
$1.50,
more.
or
Yeah.
even $2 at Fiesta.
Yes,
They definitely raise it up.
in Fiesta.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, that's like, Mardi Gras in New Orleans. You can stay at a hotel any time of the year, and it's not too expensive. That the 2 weeks leading up to Mardi Gras, they double,
like, yes.
triple in
Yeah,
price.
I know.
Even RV parks raise their prices. It's like, seriously?
Yeah, and this year we're actually really happy that we're gonna have first ever Fiesta medals.
Yay!
Yes.
Yeah, they look good too.
Yeah, they're limited, very limited, but they're going to be out there. I think in the first week of April.
So the first week of April.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I'll make sure I call Maggie.
Yeah, okay.
Where can I come pick up my medal?
Yes.
Because after speaking with the Fiesta Medal Maniacs, which is a Facebook group on Facebook, they're at 9,600 members.
Wow.
And my news feed is constantly fed with all the different medals that have come out. In fact, this morning they have an album of just over 650 medals.
Wow.
A lot of people will go to them and they put it out to let people know what's coming out. And I'll flip through all those medals and I'm like, which ones do we have? Which ones do we have? Oh, I want that one. Which ones do we have? Oh, how do I get that one?
Yeah.
So that's a way, even if you're in a limited thing, the ones that are limited, those seem to be the ones everybody wants.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we had ordered our own, and we only ordered a run of 100.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah,
Thank
all
you
of our
so
guests,
much
all of our guests that we speak with here at Beyond the World will get their own free Fiesta medal.
Thank you so
you.
much.
You're very welcome. Y'all have a really unique wrapper. Why if it's El Paraiso, why is there the American flag on the wrapper?
The American flag not only symbolizes that it's made here in the USA, but it's also that it was like my parents' American dream to open something for themselves and to succeed in America. And also, it's also a tribute to all the fallen American soldiers. So it means a lot to
That's
us.
beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, well, thank you very much for getting this done, getting the word out. And if y'all want a really good paleta, you need to go to El Paraiso on Fredericksburg. What is the actual address of?
Yes, it's 1934 Fredericksburg Road here in San Antonio, Texas, 78201.
And that's the Deco District.
Deco District.
That was a cool district.
Yes.
That is a cool district, I should say.
We're the blue and white stripe building. You can't miss us.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Azucena, for joining us tonight, and wish everybody a blessed day and a good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Beyond the Riverwalk. Send your comments, questions, and suggestions to podcast@beyondriverwalk.com. As always, subscriptions to our show are free and available wherever you find podcasts, as well as on our website. Until next week, join us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more conversations about our community.